Okay.
Makes us feel more important.
That's right.
I was gonna say-
Yes, absolutely.
Put in there. Oh my God, people are reading.
Anything else? I know I didn't catch.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to ask under new business. Oh, yeah, this was you, Joe. Is the name of the, if it wasn't a typo. So the sandbar bought Shore She Shad, or is it Shack? Is it Shad?
I think it's Shack.
Shore She Shad?
Shack.
I thought it was Shack.
Shack.
Oh,
Shed, you're right.
or Shed,
Shed.
or Shed, SHED.
Page 4,
Number.
Parks and Rec,
I4,
under new business.
Okay,
That was on.
so it's Shore She Shad or
Shed.
Shed?
Not the fish.
You're doing this on purpose. Shore She Shed.
The tongue twister.
I don't think anybody complained about that.
No. Other than if, whoever.
I was like, oh, maybe.
Shore She Shad. I thought it was kind of odd that when I caught that, but anyway. Anything else? Were you about to say something? No.
No, I said it looked good.
Oh, okay. All right, well, if no other comments or edits, do I have a motion to approve the meeting or to approve the minutes from July 8th?
So moved. Second.
Second, all right, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? Okay, minutes approved. Correspondence and announcements. I haven't heard anything. I always look at Lynette. Anything, probably kind of a quiet time of the year in terms of.
I just have one little
Oh.
thing, the commission, developed a response.
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
that I was gonna
planning
mention, yeah, thank you,
commission's
yeah.
Referral, which was, put on letterhead and sent over to them, so they
Yeah.
got it. I have a copy of it, anybody wants to read it, but I think you all know what it says.
Yeah, that's right. I'm amiss at not sending it to you guys. So Peter had done the draft and I got it and just polished it a teeny bit. I think there was one, Chris caught just some wording that was a little confusing that made it more
Right.
succinct in terms of what our position was or what our thoughts were. So I can send it to you guys. But
And I don't think they've made a decision on it, so. It's still at the planning commission.
The last time I checked the town website, I didn't see anything new in terms of a date for the vote on Saybrook Point.
yeah,
Is that still,
That's it. Yeah.
It-
That's still.
it's still delayed,
They
yeah.
got it. They're working out some wording about the contract with the town that has to clear it. It's not done.
Yeah, okay.
Agree.
yeah, I sort of had an eye out for that too and
Yeah,
haven't seen anything.
I've been following it
I think
for news and I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't think I missed it. Okay. Yeah, that was the only thing I was going to mention is that the letter went out. So thank you, Peter, for drafting that. So, all right, well, let's go through the committee reports. Inland wetlands.
No July meeting.
Okay, yeah, and preserve ad hoc, we had no July meeting. I think we didn't have a quorum. I think it's a tough time of year. Land trust. Oh, yeah, they
No
didn't.
July meeting.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Joe.
They had a meeting.
All right.
Busy
Talk
time
about
for them.
something.
There was a couple items. Again, I just followed their new business. I don't know if you're aware, but this Clark Community Park, they have what they call concepts. They've been doing different plans. And it did hand me out, here it is, I'll pass it around. Don't want to go with that. But they decided on option 4A, which basically has two what they call U12 interior feet. That's what the focus will be. But I wanted to bring to your attention what they want to be. Is this area has trees and stuff, and they're gonna work that space. So I don't know if any, but there's gonna be a lot of tree removal to give the field area. that part. But I'll pass it around. This is the concept for a And that's the one they voted to accept. And again, Ray just wanted to bring to our attention that there is a space there. But from what I understand from the conversation, the trees are pretty old. It's not worth saving, I'll put it that way. In lieu of the fact they need that space for the kids,
Well, I think, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I've certainly read enough about the need for the softball, baseball fields, all of that, or soccer, so I feel like, yeah, and I assume those little X's are the trees.
Yeah.
Pop back in there.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a big deal for us. either.
Yeah, I haven't been in there in a little while, but I don't recall it being anything major forest.
That's
kind of thing,
right.
yeah.
While they're looking at that, I'll continue. The other one has been really extensive conversation, took a very long time. This thing about a nurse being at
Oh.
a park and rec camps for the kids. And there's some residents feel very strongly about this. And so again, it went back and forth about an hour, and in the end, they decided that they needed to talk to other camps that have nurses. Because rightfully they brought up that there's employment costs, insurance, hours, all of that has to be figured in. And of course, you're fighting against, it is very good fee for people to get in there, and now you're gonna jack it up if there's a nurse.
Yeah, yeah.
And so that's what they're struggling. And they did know they have counselors that have CPR and first aid. And they also control what they call a medic box for kids to get it, and stuff like that. So that just tell you that is not resolved, but it's a lot of conversation. Other ones real quick, called Parks Review. The parks are doing well. Nothing new on the strategic plan of parks. Mr. Bird, the general manager of Saybrook Point Inn, came in to hear the complaint about
Oh,
the
yeah,
employees parking on the public. So he said he'll do his best to keep the employees parking in the correct area.
They put up some sandwich signs.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, they have put up some signage.
Okay.
Oh,
They walk down.
Yeah, because they, it's a lot of employees and they're
Right.
taking up space. So anyway, they're still working, talking to the chief of harbor management, exactly where the kayaks are gonna go on North Cove. No preserve update, and they've located the peace pole is on the grassy knoll, quote, at Gardner's Park.
Oh,
There you
all right.
go.
It's there now? Or
Uh,
they're gonna put it
They're
back?
gonna be installed. Yeah, but they found the spot finally.
All right.
Grassy knoll.
I know, we're all at peace now. So I don't think we need to respond other than I'll pass along that it's fine to us as far as.
Yeah, I don't have, I feel like it's more important to have the
They
field
need the
space.
field space. The numbers are quite incredible. The increase in participation with kids have really started.
Wow,
That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, and they're in all different sports too. It's not just football, but it's also. Oh, yeah, sure, absolutely.
There are wetlands on that side, but.
And now there is some water back there, way, like a little,
Yeah.
Anybody familiar with that? I haven't been.
at Clark. I haven't been back there in a while. I think Larry and I feel like we walked through there because this Great Cedars West comes down into that area. And there's some of the trails.
No,
and
you
stuff.
can look.
Might want
I haven't been over there.
Is this the field that's off of Trask Road?
Those-
No,
Oh,
it's
it's
the
a
one
different
that's on,
Okay.
Schoolhouse.
Oh, all right.
Schoolhouse.
Yeah. I've
way
never
down
been
there. Well, not that far, but
Yeah.
I bike by it all the time,
Yeah.
so I should zip in there.
Okay.
Well, I think that's gonna have to go to the Wetlands Commission, just looking at
Oh.
where the trees are in relation to the wetland, the flag wetlands there.
Hmm.
So there will be some level of review,
Okay,
most likely.
but again, to be clear, we're not giving it any input as far as what this is planned, correct?
The Conservation Commission?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the space of the trees or whatever.
So you, I think that Ray wanted you to bring that here
Yeah.
for them, for you to see if you're okay with it. So if you're okay with letting the Wetlands Commission handle it.
Well, in terms of in terms of the wetlands, because there may be some sort of setback that they'll have to have even once they cut the trees down.
Well, yeah, I think the regulated activity here is going to be the tree cutting. I don't know that they're making anything, I don't know that they're constructing anything. We're doing any additional disturbance there other than the tree removal.
That's
I'm
it.
not sure.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, so then it's just, but the field is gonna go over to that spot area.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they want to get the space, but they have to have margins around the field, so they're trying to see.
Oh.
Fields, they want to
That's the
cut,
So it'll be
margin.
all field, so they'll be.
pretty much, yes.
Removing stumps.
Yeah,
and-
because they're also going to add a lot of parking. And then there's going to be some seating areas and stuff.
Oh, okay.
They're doing a full development.
Yeah, it's not a
Mm.
huge amount of parking there.
No, they're
no.
going to greatly expand the parking. And, but you can, I mean, there are other concepts, but if anybody's curious, And I believe it is online too, so I'll take care of it. You probably have. So I'll let them know if things go.
Yeah, I mean, are we in agreement that we would just support the
Support the new-
expansion of the field for
Sure.
youth use and taking your word that they weren't trees that are
No,
Yeah,
they.
valuable, historic.
They were the old, somewhat, and it was kind of a mess. It wasn't really managed. So
And the trees are just bordering the wetlands, right? We're not gonna be,
I'm.
Interrupting
thinking
wetlands.
Relative.
Okay.
You'll have
So
to
it's-
help me. That's the wetlands on the other side.
They're flagged, it's very faint, you can barely see it, but that's this looks like a stream.
Yeah, there's
actually.
water back there. It's like,
Oh.
And then here's the wetlands, these are all the floods.
Oh,
So the wetlands, and then this probably goes to Crystal Lake.
So there's.
Perspective,
okay.
like, I was trying to remember. what was that.
There's a buffer between the edge of the clearing and the, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Water course, or
Yeah,
I'm not sure what it is, but it's flagged, so there's something there.
okay. All right, we're good.
Okay, Gateway Commission, Nina. There's no projects associated with Saybrook on the agenda. Any projects outside of Old Saybrook of interest or?
There's a couple, there's one in Chester. Actually, it was interesting. They're requiring the homeowner to have the back windows of the house, glare resistant, I guess. And the lighting is all dark stuff.
Mm.
It's under requirement now installed, yeah. And then there's one in, on Cove Road, I think in Old Lyme, they're also requiring the same.
Interesting, yeah. Well,
That's,
that's nice.
That's great.
well, it's good to know that that's available to have in the toolbox for, not that we can require, but that's an interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, especially along the river and stuff, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I-
water.
it would be nice if Gateway Commission had things to say about lighting along the water, in the Gateway area, because.
Well, they must, right?
They
I mean,
are,
yeah,
yeah.
they must.
Yeah,
So,
but right now, when it's existing, I wonder what,
Trying to change.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
because there's some places that are light up the sky right on the, on the cove.
mm.
I wonder if going forward, they would require any changes to the property to.
Right, trigger something, because it's not a devastating, request.
No.
It's having timers, motion detectors or something,
Yeah.
it's not like.
Yeah.
Can't build, or it's just a way of handling the lighting.
There's a,
Dark sky, efforts, education, that sort of thing, are all, they all qualify for sustainable citizen credits, so if commission wanted to do something, an article, keep up the little webpage that you have.
Yeah,
It would-
I would hope that there can be something beyond, because people
Education.
for education who already are interested. So the people who are not interested or aware are not going for education. And so
I think if you keep mentioning it, it eventually change happens
Put it out there.
slowly. It doesn't necessarily happen quickly, but
Yeah,
I think it becomes more of
it's a
a
real,
awareness issue. And, you know, some people are always gonna just not be concerned about certain things, but
yeah. I mean, thinking back on, even though I think it was a much more obvious thing is the change in plastic bags at the grocery store.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came on the commission, that was one of our big projects was to try to get the stores to change. And now
but that wasn't an education thing. That was,
It was required.
that was
Well,
cost,
I- when
right?
it-
So that, I mean, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
yeah, no, you're right, Lori, but I think prior, you know, it was still before the state passed it, because when we first started, it was pure education. You know, the state
Right.
hadn't had the legislature go through to change it by 2020 or whatever it was.
Mhm.
And so we're talking, you know, when I first came on in 2017 or whatever. And so, but you're right, it got pushed by, you know, the state making a mandate about it too.
Yes, we should- we should do
But, you know, I don't want to give up, you
the
know, I
fall
don't want to,
migration and dark skies and.
yeah.
I think something was
Yeah.
done, but I can't remember how long ago that was.
Well, fall migration's happening again, so.
Well, we have, I mean, you know, we'll jump ahead. I mean, I was looking at the minutes and completely forgot that I was supposed to write for the events magazine and the deadline is this week, so I have time to do it. She extended it. She actually extended it to Friday, Jennifer. Not that I'm gonna wait. I mean, I think I actually kind of need to do it tomorrow because my Thursday is pretty eaten up and stuff. So anyway, but it would be, yeah, so we can talk about that because we were gonna just primarily talk about selling our pollinator signs in there, but we can talk about, because we were gonna do
It's
dark
like-
skies in our flyer,
We can do it in the events.
so we can do
too.
the both. Yeah.
It's kind of a headline thing
Mhm.
because it's coming up.
Yep. Oh,
and
by the
people
way.
can read that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Camelia.
There's nothing going on.
Yeah, I know. Summer.
Yeah, there hasn't been any ecology things. I haven't talked to my teacher. I still don't know who the president is of the ecology club, so.
Yeah,
nothing's
no.
been like figured out.
No, I just appreciate you showing up because
Yes.
it's nice. There is, you're right, nothing would be going on, but yeah.
Right.
Sustainable CT.
So I don't know if this is the right time on the agenda to bring this up, because sustainable CT really relates to everything. But
You can bring it up.
it's a pollinator pathway issue, so, which is coming up soon. If the town were to adopt a pollinator-friendly community resolution, that would give credit. So, I drafted something, you guys can look at it if you're interested. See if you're, okay with this, or this is just an example. Really make it whatever you want, if the commission wanted to propose this to the board of selectmen. And, it would just be supporting pollinator-friendly practices and encouraging residents to, so maybe, you know, changing the way the town does things a little. You know, really be mindful of when pesticides or herbicides are due. Which I think they already do, but it's just, you know, emphasizing that. So if you want to just take a look and see what you think.
Does it have specific practices that they have? Or,
This does, so what I did was I looked at examples from other communities that have done this, and it's really a big range of how deep they wanted to go into it. Some were
Yeah.
very simple, more simple than this, and some were pretty detailed. So I kind of went in between and did something that sort of
I like.
covered all the bases without being extremely restrictive.
Right.
Yeah. Mhm.
It looks good.
Okay.
Twice it incorporated native versus preferencing.
Mhm.
Which is one of the things I've seen on your pathways that sometimes miss.
Oh, really? That's probably- that was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, now it is, I think when it started, it was
Okay.
a little
More
more
like
open,
flowers.
like flowers,
Yeah.
right? Exactly, right.
so when it, this accreditation, is this annual? You have to hit so many credits?
Once we're certified, That lasts for 3 years. So
3
if
years.
the town wants to pursue recertification, the application for that would be in 2027. But it really is an ongoing practice, trying to pursue the actions that are recommended in the program.
So how
You
would
can keep a
we,
copy of that, everybody. I think I printed out.
yeah, I mean, how would we, I don't want to, for lack of a better word, enforce, or how would the town?
There really isn't anything there that needs to be enforced.
Enforced, yeah,
It's just
just the-
recommendations.
That's the education.
So it would
Best
be
practices.
on the town website or wherever, and people would
And
be able
endorsed
to.
by the select.
Yeah, it's one little
Yeah.
notch to, yeah, particularly the use of pesticides and herbicides, and still want to take down the mosquito signs. Right on the street. Well, I think, yeah, I don't know. I think, well, yeah, let it go around. I think we can at some point either bring it back to the next meeting or, yeah, maybe send it out to everybody. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Well, let's send it out and get everybody just time, food for thought to think about it. And then, maybe vote on it the next meeting.
There's copies there if you want to just take one now.
Oh, there were.
I think there's only one.
Oh,
It has
yeah.
other
things
there are
behind
other
it.
things behind it.
Yes, it's.
I'm sorry.
But it was.
Yeah, it was like a,
It's only one.
yeah, it's only one.
Maybe I put it
That's right,
in.
just send it. We'll
Yeah.
get-
Yeah, say that.
Right.
All right, sorry. about
Tree,
that.
send it
What
to
I
us
meant
and,
to was-
Yeah, no, I'll make a note, because I think it would be, it's a
Yeah.
nice thing.
Yeah, it is good. And then maybe we can talk more about how we would get that word out if we pass something.
Because then if the town board of selectmen approve it, then it, we could share with the other commissions and say, oh, by the way, when you have a chance, just, not just us, Conservation Commission, but any one of them could. It was sort of the same thing that came about with the tree booklet, was the reason to create it was to have any commission who knows that building is gonna happen to, have a reference document, so.
I would imagine that someone from the commission would go to that meeting to just briefly.
Yeah,
explain
no, I
what
would, yeah,
the
we could,
importance of it.
yeah. But it's, yeah, Nina and I, or we all could go, whoever's available, yeah, get on the agenda.
Mhm.
Okay, no, I think, yeah, all right, so let's do. So I'm sorry, you called it, it's a town, not an ordinance, it's a town
Resolution?
resolution.
Would we be able to add, the use of, rather than harmful pesticides or herbicides to organics? Just in organic?
Well, I don't know. That's getting scientific and I don't know the science of organic
What's-
versus non.
Sometimes people
Or-
will say organic might actually be damaging to butterfly larvae or,
Yeah.
it's, even though it's organic. I
Right,
think
Right.
that
Yeah,
harmful is an umbrella term and then,
yeah, that's true, because they use metals.
yeah.
So not being an expert, I think
that-
comfortable
I
saying
think
more
that's
than,
good. Yeah, no, I think.
I
that's a good
understand.
approach there. Since it's not something that's going to be enforced anyway, it's gonna be a matter of,
Yeah,
trying to influence, then we need to have a hard red line. Because it's not, it's a whole,
Okay,
intention,
yes.
and trying to be harmful, but.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is just all polymer practice.
Hmm.
Oh, these were the examples that I looked at from other communities. So I can send you all this.
Yeah.
Emails after.
Great.
all of you.
okay,
Yeah,
Great, no,
thanks for
thank you.
drafting
It's
it.
as you want.
thank you
I
for
think it's a
the
great idea.
research and, yeah, the idea.
And it's worth a lot of points too. It's like at least 10.
how many do you need?
Oh, we need a lot. I got that.
1,000.
Yeah.
Could be credit.
I think it's actually 750 is the minimum to be gold certified. But we were over 1,000 last, so that's.
Good plan.
Yeah, we can achieve that again, that would be very cool. Okay, moving on to land stewardship, the open space monitoring, Lori and Nina.
So we're getting there with our document. We have the introduction done, descriptions of all the properties. We're just working on our conclusion. We're hoping to be able to get it to Lynette by the end of the month, the first draft.
Yeah, great.
I did remove the racket club property, but I didn't put that.
Yeah. I was wondering whether, the land trust put so much effort into stewardship of their land and removal of invasives. And I was wondering if we have any, there's the town owned open space. So how does the town manage? I know there's some time, sometimes we'll have a project of removing, knotweed or something like that. But I was just wondering, is there an overall
No,
approach?
not really, but they're working on it. So I know Kathy Conley was working with Parks and Rec, and they had like a community forum about open space to try and get people interested and educated about what's out there. And really, the purpose of that was to get people to care and participate in stewardship. Because you really need volunteers. It's a lot of
Right.
work to.
Yeah,
work,
take care
I
of
know,
that property. So they're working on getting people, volunteers involved in removing, basic plants and doing maybe a little trail maintenance, minor stuff, noting problems where there are any, that sort of thing. But no, I mean, there's just enough people on staff to go out there. Right.
No, I get it. I get it. Just wondering or whether we have, our tree warden, whether that person would be able to advise town, residents on removal of invasive. Like there's
On their own properties.
yeah.
We did have, a couple of years ago, I think it was, Kathy Conley again did a public presentation about invasive.
oh, yeah, down at
Right,
Vicky Duffy,
right.
yeah.
So.
I think it's
So,
that kind, yeah, I don't know the tree warden.
But because specifically the Atlantis is all over the place and everybody, what I feel like when people find one on their property, it would be great if there was some way to help them, how to get rid of it, because it's not a simple thing.
And everything is kind of different, like
Yeah,
the approach to eradicating these plants on your property is different depending on what the plant is. Some
Right, but
things are
the
easy
tree of
and some
heaven
things
is
are
like
very
the
difficult.
right. and the
oh,
tree
you're
of
talking
heaven-
about, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were talking about tree of heaven specifically.
right.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there's as an example, because the other things are, mugwort, you can just pulling or pulling for. But tree of heaven, if you cut it down, it'll spread to the neighbors. It's like, it's so
You have to cut it.
nasty. You have to cut, well, depending on the size of it, there's different approaches. And it just seems like if we're going to be asking, bringing this to people's attention, that particular tree and the information people need to get rid of it. It's a little complicated and
Well, that could be the tree committee, because he sits on it, the tree warden sits
Yeah,
on it, and they're
right,
all about
right.
trees.
right.
And they're all and it is the trees on the public property, although that's not it is private you're
Yeah.
talking about too, but that could still be that education and outreach that
Right.
they could try to do, and he would
Securities.
be able to provide.
People, if they may, it's,
Yeah,
I don't know, just a thought,
Yeah.
especially for that particular
Yeah.
species, because you're gonna cause problems on the neighbors' properties and,
People are really interested in this. Chris, I think you were there when Kathy did hers down at the Duffy Pavilion. It was standing room only.
it was.
wow, yeah.
People
good.
came out and it went on so long. It was supposed to be inside and then go over and look at.
Oh, yeah, that's right, and
And
we
we never
never,
made it outside,
yeah,
cause she wanted to,
Right.
walk and talk about the things and demonstrate. So
Mm.
I think doing another one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's what I was
right.
thinking.
yeah, because
Yeah,
it was
I think-
easily 3 years ago at least, 4 years, yeah, it was a while ago. I doubt that I have notes in here, but it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
now
Great,
Kathy does a lot of volunteer work, but I think
yeah.
you probably won't encourage her time to do
Right,
something
yeah,
like
right.
that if you're interested in, Conservation Commission wants to sponsor something like that, it's just very reasonable.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could reach out to her actually this year tomorrow. And see if she'd be
Be-
interested in
because-
doing, like, focusing on 1 or 2
Right,
grants,
because
maybe.
fall is the time for the tree of heaven. The, you know, the technique to kill it is in the fall. It's coming up, so.
I'll ask her, I don't know if she's booked or what, but I can ask her.
Yeah, yeah.
So Tree of Heaven and maybe something else, I don't know.
Yeah, if there's another one that she knows of where fall is particularly helpful.
Mm.
Because that's great if people are fired up about it.
Very interesting.
Yeah,
Much
yeah.
easier to get things going.
Mhm.
What was the tree that you showed me?
Tree of heaven, right?
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Is it on the town green?
No, it's across the street.
Oh,
It was all in bloom, so you could see it. That's the
is
red.
it in the Main Street Park?
In Sheffield, I think, right? Sheffield?
Or,
Well, that's
it's not
nice.
Sheffield, anyway.
So
right
town
out
property.
Right behind River Mart, yeah.
Yeah, behind her.
Oh, back in there. Huh.
You can see the top of the.
I see them along the highway.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
I mean,
But it would
that's
be,
where I really see
You know,
them.
that's where it's not that hard to take care of. You just have to know how to do it right and,
Mhm.
you know, having instructions available.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or you pay the tree warden a small fee and come and do it. You know, there's, I don't know.
There are
there's
companies
a-
that take care
Yeah,
of
it's
that.
just because you're handling and poison.
Right, I'm sure they have to be licensed to use pesticides and herbicides.
So that's
all.
why.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, it would be good if there were a recommendation of companies
Mhm.
that can do this
Right.
well,
Right.
if people don't want to handle it themselves.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, good thought. So yeah, another talk. Okay. Deb, pollinator.
All right,
Garden.
so some things in the garden are doing great. I just, Peter and I just stopped there on the way over. The mountain mint is really interesting. It's coming into bloom. A lot of the asters are doing well, including some from last year that didn't do well. One of the asters is kind of interesting. Well, there's two of them. It was eaten down at the bottom and then it's still growing up at the top really nicely. And you know, the fern's always doing great. And a bunch of things have gotten eaten. So Bonnie Penders alerted us because she was down putting in some new labels and she thought that it was probably deer or bunny. So I've gone a couple of times to look and it's the milkweed's pretty much gone, just like the last time we planted them. Pretty much gone. This, yeah, I know. This, some of the goldenrod looks like it's been eaten down because it looked like it had gotten bigger, but I think they're going to survive. And then the blue indigos, both of them. And they were looking really great at first. Yeah. So Bonnie sent a list of possible things to do. I don't know if it's too late in the season, but and also she's sent a list of natural deer deterrents. The planting deer resistant plants, planting poisonous plants. We're not
Not a
gonna
good idea.
not a good idea, like daffodils, because they're not, yeah. Homemade sprays. This one of garlic, hot peppers, or rotten eggs. I don't know about that. Anyway, commercial repellents. Deer dislike the smell of Irish Spring soap,
Oh, yeah. I
human
agree,
hair,
yeah.
and coffee grounds. You know, and then there's things like fencing and whatever, netting or cages, which is what we did last year with the asters, and it seemed to help. So I don't know. I mean, some of them are down to the ground at this point. They hopefully will come back next year. And I don't know if we want to do anything now or, you know, if it's too late in the season
Yeah.
and wait till next year. I mean, I don't know if the milkweed will come back.
It's interesting to think that deer would be down there.
It was up for
It was
most of
up-
the summer, then.
It was up
probably
for,
got,
yeah, it was up for maybe a month or 6 weeks
Yeah.
before it got eaten.
yeah.
Because I have milkweed in my
'Cause these,
front.
these are the new ones,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, deer are all over the place in my yard and they have not eaten my milkweed.
Huh,
And I have bunnies too.
and you have
but-
bunnies
but
too, and
I don't know, yeah.
'Cause I
Maybe
have-
they're just more
I have a
aggressive
seedling,
bunnies.
you know, mine volunteered a couple, and I was like, oh, good, I've got another swamp milkweed, and that got eaten, but the mother plant is big and chewy, too chewy.
Yeah.
So I think you need to get them past
Ah.
the baby
Well,
stage.
I wonder if we planted butterfly milkweed. I wonder if they like that in
I've
particular
got
instead of,
milkweed
you
as
do,
well, yeah.
and it's fine.
I think they're tender.
I know, yeah, I don't know
They're
what,
young.
yeah, I have to go back what mine is. Mine might be butterfly milkweed too.
The orange.
Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
It is. I was
Yeah.
just looking at my tags, yet today, reminding myself what I planted. Cause some have, yeah, I
Yeah.
think you're right. I have so that could be a reason why they hasn't gotten eaten. One of them is doing really well and one is a little puny and I'm hoping it will grow back better next year, but you
Mhm,
know, it didn't totally die, but yeah.
I don't think it's too late because they're to spray or something. I mean,
Uh-huh.
there's like the nasty deer off. It smells like, the problem is it's public space and it smells like, you know, dead,
Yeah.
rotten.
It doesn't last long though.
It doesn't last long, but it does work well. And if the roots have really taken hold, it'll make new leaves. It's not, I mean, it's not too late. I've
That's true.
had things cut down to nothing and they'll, you
Yeah.
know, come back. And there's still a number of months or a couple months at least
Yeah,
before
yeah.
frost, so.
I mean, I spent the money a number of years ago on these things that you hung from the plants and stuff that smelt like Irish Spring. So it was just you know, more of a, you know, it was all natural kind of thing. And it wasn't a bad smell and to the best of my knowledge, it didn't really do much of it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I put it on my arborvitae
It smells so bad.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
It's
Do you think there might be a kind of milkweed that doesn't attract the bird?
I don't think they generally do. I think it's when they're just tender and small and
Yeah.
the
when
animals
it's-
are, because I've had things that have been fine all summer and just recently, I think maybe they're thirsty.
I was
You know,
down.
they're looking for-
Mhm.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water. I was in Gardener's Landing today and they have two little, I don't know if you noticed, there's two little pollinator gardens. Someone's taking care of them. Really good.
Oh.
But there's milkweed in it. And it's not the same. It's not butterfly weed. It's the traditional. you know,
Oh.
Yeah.
Tall milkweed with the big
Mhm.
leaves and that's untouched.
Mm.
So
Mhm.
I don't know if it's native, but I assume it's a native garden. So maybe.
So what do you think? Should we get the spray and try it?
I think so. You've done so
Yeah.
well with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
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 What's it called again?
If you go to like Vigio's, they'll
Yeah,
have
yeah,
them.
it is.
It's
Oh,
zinc
'cause I
deer
have
rocks,
some
right?
Deer
It'll
rock.
know how
keep- It'll
much-
keep the bunnies off too.
I forget where I got mine from, but you know, it's a concentrate, so you put in this, you know, you dilute it and put it in a spray bottle.
Yeah,
And so.
I just don't want to get something that's toxic, but
No.
No, I don't
the
think
ones,
it
the
is,
things
yeah.
they'll have are okay. All
It's
right.
made of dead animals or something. I don't know.
Okay,
Sometimes.
there we go.
I'm kidding, it smells like it. I think that's why they don't come near is because it
Right.
smells like carrion, you know?
Yeah,
Well, if you see
Could you
dead
use
deer,
the,
no, you made a mistake.
tax,
Yeah.
tax exempt form? when
oh,
you-
yes, absolutely.
So there's
Yes,
a
definitely will.
kickback, you know, like,
Yeah.
they kick it back to me and say,
Yep, yep, no problem, thanks. Yeah, and the only other thing is I'm going to fertilize with Kevin's help. He's gonna help me scratch the surface, probably this week. I think if I do it tomorrow night, it's supposed to rain Thursday, so that would be a good
Oh,
time.
I should do.
Good.
And I think that's it.
Okay, well, great, thank you. I gotta get down there. Oof. Like a half a mile and a half from my house. Tree preservation, I haven't read their minutes from the last meeting, but I think they've been working on, you know, getting the inventory done in the town. I think they have somebody contracted and got the money and the grant, et cetera. And so I think that's gonna be happening. I'm not sure. It was supposed to happen, I think happening like now, like through August, September. And then as far as SOS trees, they're gonna do their plant, or tree giveaway again in October. So, and I missed the last meeting, but apparently they have funds. They've been raising enough through different ways that have enough money to buy trees again, so. I think there's a question of at what point do we reach a finite number of people who will want trees, but I guess when they have less and less people asking for them, and but who knows, yeah. So anyway, okay,
Before you move on, can I throw in one more tree related
Mhm.
item? So everybody remembers the tree guide that was recently developed and released, that was last fall, I think. And then there was a presentation. So Kathy Conley reached out to me and was suggesting that she would like to do another, she was offering to do another presentation of the tree guide. And since we didn't get a great turnout for the last one, I was thinking if we could combine it with something else, it might, reach more people with different interests other than just trees. So I know you had talked about, Christian talked about this thing called Ptolemy, that
Oh,
Doug
yeah,
Ptolemy.
killer guy.
Doug
I know
Ptolemy.
how this is famous, right?
Oh, Ptolemy, yeah.
Yeah.
He came to Guilford. I don't know.
Oh, really?
You never know.
If you would, that would be amazing, but
Would be amazing.
I was thinking if we could, because the guide is native trees, primarily natives, and it talks about, their pollinator value, their wildlife value. Maybe tie that into trees that are really great for pollinators.
Mm.
And
Yeah, which he's all about.
Very
It's such an awareness building for me.
so that, I remember at the environmental fair, wasn't there an entomologist there, and is that the same thing as? Not the same, is that? That's
Bug guy.
That's not the same, they're not bugs.
Oh, well, I didn't, yeah, they are
Yeah.
bugs, but you're right. I don't think of him as being somebody who would, yeah, but no, he may know about what trees support caterpillars. Sorry, I was being very black and white and thinking about Doug and his expertise.
Right. That's
And an
okay.
entomologist,
I don't know.
Ed Rashad is.
No, oh, yeah, the entomologist. I think you invited him in. Yeah.
Ed Rashad, Rajottte. The first name is Edwin, what they call him. Yeah, he knows stuff. He really broad knowledge about insects and their interaction with environment. Very broad.
Yeah, oh, yeah, so they might even just bringing him in. Although it gives me the thought of, I think it was the Guilford Land Trust, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody like that invited Doug Ptolemy about, it's not long after COVID, but I feel like we weren't sitting, maybe we were sitting
I
in
know.
past still. Yeah, we were in their high school auditorium and it was packed.
Maybe.
But I mean, it was Guilford, we're about the same size, so can always I mean, he's University of Delaware, so it's not like he's really far away. I think he lives in Pennsylvania,
Yeah,
over
okay.
the border, but I think he's in.
So
he
that's
teaches
the
at
thought, to
Delaware.
maybe bring somebody like that in
Yeah.
and talk about if we connection.
That's such a great turnout for invasive removal. Feels like it's a natural connection to,
You never know what people really show up for.
I know,
yeah.
yeah, you don't.
Apparently, if you're
But
making
I'm
sourdough
thinking-
bread, it's extremely
Yeah.
popular.
But I'm thinking, the invasive removal and then easily slip in the tree guide to what's next,
Well,
like,
she's thinking of doing the tree guide
why do
in
remove?
the spring.
Okay.
That's when
okay,
people
all
start
right.
looking for
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I mean, it's a little later.
that's
But
true.
Planning to plant your trees,
I mean, you can in the fall, but you're right, people
But
tend
we
to
have to-
think more.
organize it with the area where it takes the time.
I know I have notes from that presentation that was done, and because I bought his book there. And I'll look to see if there's a date and try to figure out if I wrote down if it was the land trust and try to contact somebody, just ask him, say, do you just send him a letter or call him and, I mean,
Might
all he
be
can
able to
say
help
is
you.
no, but,
Right.
because he's the homegrown national park guy, I mean, he would be
Right.
amazing to have. He's very interesting. I've heard him speak twice in person, and then I listened to him on a webinar once that somebody told me about.
If we didn't have the money, maybe part of it. I know Essex does a lot. They have sustainability.
Yeah, it could be
team.
easily right. We get the right venue that can hold
Maybe.
people.
Saybrook Land Trust has it.
And I can ask, if I find the person, I can say, what did he charge?
Okay.
All right. Let's see. All right, yeah, so we were ready to move on. Oh, yeah, so the circular and the events magazine. So let's talk about events because I'll get on the stick and get that done. So we were gonna do, remind me, because I think you were here, Lynette. So we were gonna do a blurb on selling our signs, right?
Oh.
I mean, do we remember? I know that's what the minutes say um, and I can write that up because then I can just say that, you know, they're available. You can come to land use. I think the small ones are 10 and the big ones are 20. Is that right?
Yes, and we don't.
And
have
it
many of the big
supports
ones
our
left.
pollinator garden.
How big?
I think we might have one
Oh,
or
no.
two.
Oh.
Can we take orders for them or how does that work?
Because remember, I think you, oh, maybe we're
Maybe we
getting
don't
it all
have any-
confused because you did ask us, did we still want to do it? And we decided yes.
We had
For
a
some-
we have a bunch of small ones.
Yeah, a bunch of small ones.
Okay,
Okay.
we have a lot of big ones. Wait, somebody.
Maybe just sell the small ones then.
Small, yeah.
Well, somebody wants to come in and buy them. I can't imagine a lot of people now.
I know. But it, you know, it's still, if we run out and we find that there's interest, then we can order more. But there was the thought to do the, to try to sell them. And then, oh,
Big
One
ones,
big
right?
one and a bunch of.
okay, so,
Not a lot, probably like 12,
oh, all right, well,
but I mean, I don't think we're gonna get 12 people in here, but they might.
you never know.
Maybe, why couldn't we take orders?
All right. All right, so $10, small one. And if somebody happens to walk in and
If they
say,
want.
oh, by the way, we have a big one, yeah, you can,
We can order more.
okay.
Lights Out Connecticut.
And lights out,
The
the dark sky.
August 15th through November 15th is fall migration.
Oh, and leave the leaves, I have in my notes.
And I do have, I found the flyer in my folder from, I think it was Karen who had went to the talk and
Right.
kind of pulled that information together a couple of years ago. Okay, all right, so I can talk about those two things because it is, you know, I try to be reasonable in terms of its events. And
Well, that's an event.
Yeah,
it is,
fall
yeah,
migration
no,
is an
it
event,
is
definitely.
an event
Very
as
important
opposed to
event for some.
holding a.
For the planet, actually.
Yeah.
For the planet.
I know. All right, okay, I will do that. That's an easy write-up. And then we had a bunch of ideas for our conservation circular. And admittedly, I think we all were gonna start writing stuff. We still want to try to do one because we now have more names that we can send it out in an email. Just let's look at the minutes because a couple of you guys, I didn't take copious notes myself. Where was it? Chris will write an article about Paulway Pathways. Francine mentioned the document Lori is working on. Oh, would make a good article. So that's your open space that you guys are doing that we could put in the circular. And leave the leaves article could mention don't dump your leaves in the marsh. Oh yeah, somebody brought that up about, I think Francine mentioned that people would dump their leaves in the marsh and not to do that. Oh, Chris will start to draft some articles. Okay. It's on me, all right.
I can work on a Leave the Leaves article for it.
Okay.
If it's gonna be something we try to do before.
Yeah, no, I would like to,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
I'll
think
work on
like
it.
make it sort of
Yeah.
a third quarter
Right.
kind of time frame and not into the fourth quarter when it starts really getting dark. All right. All right, let's, today is August 12th. So if we have September, October, yeah, if we had the articles at the latest, you know, by our next meeting, it doesn't take me long to collate things and I send them off to Essex Printing and she just wants Word. I don't have to format them in any way. They do that. Pictures are great. Just have it as a separate, you know, I mean, I can do it as a, you know, put the pictures in and stuff like that if we have a reason to put in pictures, which makes it more interesting. Yeah, we haven't done an article, a circular in years. It's quite a while. So
Has it been that long?
We did one since I've been here because I wrote something for it.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, and I know
The
Peter
year-
and stuff, I think it's been at least. a
Well, I've
couple
been here
years.
almost 2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
right before you came, right as you came on.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're due, and we have, I think the impetus too was because we have more names and it's always getting it out there, and I mean, we do printed copies, but not a ton. But even though we have the money for the printed copies, I think I've gotten 50, and they're here, and
Library.
the library,
Yeah,
at the, chamber. I always drop some off at the
Mhm.
chamber. Yeah, so here, the library and the chambers, kind of plenty places to be. All right, let's try to, let's shoot for. You have stuff to send to me between now and our next meeting, and I will make sure I work on this myself. So Laurie, you're doing Leave the Leaves. And then you guys will just have the open space. And might have to pare it down a little bit. Maybe, I don't know how lengthy it is for just the,
It's got 3 pages now.
yeah, so maybe we'll
I'm,
do it.
I'm wondering
Reader's
whether,
Digest version.
because we highlight specific properties and I feel that's.
I was gonna say something about that.
Yeah,
You could just talk about the process about
yeah,
Yeah,
identifying parcels that
Right.
have certain qualities, benefits, and how you table for that or something.
so even in the guidelines. Yeah, so maybe as we could have that, the specific properties as an appendix to the document. The ones that are current, but the criteria for making that list will be part of the document itself. Does that make sense? I'm just uncomfortable because looking at, well, the properties are labeled by name and,
Yes.
these people don't know that we have our eye on property for.
Right, I wouldn't
It
put that
doesn't
in the
seem-
newsletter,
Yeah.
but as
No.
far as this report goes,
is it, yeah, it will be within the town, like it's not gonna be published. Well, no, I guess it will be on the website or town.
No, I
What
think
is-
this is part of Sustainable Connecticut.
yeah,
Oh.
and, other communities have done this, they've looked at.
It's all public.
Mm-hmm.
It is, anything you do is really public.
Mhm.
But, so, as far as the article, I wouldn't mention anybody specific.
Right.
As far as the report, I think at some point you have to say, we'd really like to acquire this or protect this in some manner at some point because it's so important. So it's kind of hard not to identify them. It doesn't have to be one parcel, it could be a group of parcels. So I think you kind of have to.
Maybe just take the names out, of the owners.
Yeah, I don't think you have to mention the others. We just mentioned it.
Goes with the parcel anyway. It's like, that's not,
Somebody wants to look it up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, and also when the owners move, they won't be associated with that parcel. It's the
Right.
parcel we're interested in.
I would use maybe the map and
Yeah,
lot number.
right.
Mhm.
oh, yeah, yeah.
You could say a 7-acre parcel on Ingerville Road, map, whatever, lot, whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then if people want to go
That's
look it
more
up, they
comfortable,
can, but.
yeah.
Could I have a copy of the agenda? Is that?
You can take mine. Probably wrote some stuff on it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You can, I mean, just reference, yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking.
Oh, okay. There's a clean note there.
thank you.
Um. Oh, yeah, dark skies. So the dark skies. I'll mention, yeah, I'll do that in both the events and our newsletter. Okay. It should be plenty. I mean, it's usually, well, depending on how much we have, she does it in a couple different ways. Yeah, well, if it's electronic, it doesn't matter. It's just formatted nicely. If we printed, it's usually, I think the last time was 1 page, double-sided, but it might have been a
I think they're
14.
usually.
The longer, legal size.
Yeah.
legal size. Yeah, we've done trifolds in the past, but yeah. So yeah, they kind of figure that out. Okay, all right, yeah, no, I think that would be good. I haven't been writing much, so I might get in writing mood. You have to be in the mood.
So true.
I mean, it is, you know how, and when I am, it like goes really well when I'm not like pulling teeth. Okay, all right, so we have a plan. And webpage additional outreach.
I do have one other thing. You could throw it under that, I guess. So,
Okay.
remember source to sea cleanup?
Source to sea.
Source to sea cleanup, wasn't it source to sea?
I know there was the ocean
The
cleanup
Ocean
thing.
Conservancy they partner with the Connecticut River Conservancy or something, and they sponsor the source to sea cleanup. And I know the Conservation Commission participated in this, and then it's sort of,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
This
we
is
did it
one
for
that
the
happens like
ocean.
every September.
Yeah,
Save
yeah.
the Sound is really involved
Yeah.
with this.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Yeah.
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 So it's coming up, it's, September 27th. And so I had this just saw this, so I had this last minute idea, because I was thinking maybe we could get this into the newsletter. Of just saying the Conservation Commission, and this was just the thought. Could sponsor a source to sea cleanup, and I'm thinking, well, where it could be, and I thought, maybe Gardener's Landing, because that's so accessible, and probably has a bunch of trash there.
Oh, yeah.
So I talked to Ray, and Ray said, "Yeah, that's fine, just all we need is garbage bags and tell people to bring their own gloves
Mhm.
and say, meet up at 9 o'clock and pour the concert." So Ray said, "That's fine, I'm giving the key to the dumpster and you guys can throw your trash in the dumpster." And that. So I was gonna run it by you guys, and I thought, let me just stop down there and see what it looks like. And I went today, this afternoon, right for the meeting, and there's no trash down there.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen.
It's so pretty. So, I mean, why do it? There's nothing there to pick up. You couldn't even get a garbage bag for this. It's just random little things in there. But it's a clean park.
Great Havoc Road all along it.
Yeah, great.
I've done cleanups along there. And it's,
So if you still want to do it, I was thinking, it's up to you guys, but it is coming up. It could be easy if you just say we have the bags, we'll be here at 9 or whatever time. 9 happens to be low tide that day. But it's up to you.
Meet at Harvey's or the town beach and go in both directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not, and I have to say, I biked down there just not that long ago, and I was very happy to see that they mowed on the right
Yeah.
side, so it's very visible. And that's where my husband and I went last spring, because I was like biking, running, and I was like appalled at how much stuff was there.
Mhm.
So remember I said, I just took it upon myself, it wasn't connected to anything, I just wanted to do it. And we got a lot of stuff, and it's not that bad, not to say that in a month, I mean, there's some stuff there, and it is very visible now that they've cut, because it is a thing to do. It was ideal in the spring when there was just no growth, and you could just get some
Right.
boots on and go over the railing and get stuff out. So I mean, we could still do it, and I don't think there's a lot there, but whatever we pick up is still. I'm trying to think, maybe. Well, we'll have a meeting before that. Maybe if people just sort of pay attention as you're out and about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there are times where I feel like I'm going by and going, oh, somebody needs to come
I
by.
bike it every day, so I'll
Yeah,
stare,
look
stare
at
at the side.
Yeah, because I just went like,
so.
well, I went out there on Sunday because I ended up going
out
off.
over the
craft.
summer that people would,
I didn't see a whole lot.
I mean, I just can't imagine, because there was a lot of stuff last, so.
So we won't do an article because you don't even know where everybody wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, I
Just
think we
keep it
can,
informal, could
yeah.
advertise it at the last, not the last minute, we could get it on the electronic signs
Yeah.
pretty quick.
yeah.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to do
You can
something.
go check it out.
Because I know the high school, the ecology club has done cleanup. They
Mhm.
don't always do it well, I think sometimes they do it in connection with that date.
Or maybe they'll do a
But
source.
they,
Yeah, we usually do something from Public Beach, that road.
yeah,
Go in there.
yeah, you guys do the beach side.
All right, well, keep your eyes peeled for garbage. cans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Although I'll be away that weekend, so.
Well, speaking of that, I'm gonna be on Block Island for our next meeting, and I'll let you know, like, I'll try, because I know I haven't stayed at this house, we'll be there for the weekend. I don't know how good or bad the connectivity there is. You know, in general, it used to be terrible, but we're close enough to town, so I'm assuming it might be okay.
Okay.
So I can zoom in,
Okay.
but if not, I'll let you know, you can run the meeting. Even though I should try to, yeah, because we'll be doing articles and stuff, so I should really try to make it that meeting. Anything else? Any last minute news, anything else? All right. Well, do I have a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yeah.